Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex, your Nuzz here, and today's video is going to be about the best PVM goals to aim and strive for to make your time in RuneScape PVMing more fun and give you some interesting goals to keep you busy that will really benefit your account. However, first, I have to say thank you, because yesterday, this happened.
I'm going to say just a couple of things on these nominees as well. There's a mix in here of like Nuzz's amazing guides. In it, actually did a lot of mobile guides that were really awesome and showed us a lot of over Elder God Wars Dungeon and that, which was awesome. Jax's gives us the narrated RuneScape experience I didn't know I needed. Just many months between your videos if you don't catch the stream, which is makes them worth the wait. And obviously Frax do some real-time quest guides with a voice that could move mountains as far as I'm concerned. It's a voice made for radio, and I mean that in the nicest ways. Enough said. So, for all those nominees, the winner of the best new RuneScape video maker is Nuzz! Oh, I did it early, sorry. There you go, Sphere, I did it. Congrats, Nuzz. So that's and don't forget, by the way, we didn't mention this earlier, all of these were voted for by you too. So these are all your winners, which is really cool.
Honestly, this means so much to me. Thank you everyone that voted for me. I saw a lot of people saying in my comments how they've been there since like my first Road to Party At episode. And that means so much that you've seen me progress, get a better microphone, get a completely different PC, go from horrible thumbnails to hopefully a bit better thumbnails. Your feedback, your comments, your likes, your encouragement has gotten me to where I am today. So thank you so much for watching my videos, and I truly hope you never leave, because I'm going to try to do this as long as I possibly can, and I can't imagine not seeing all your comments and talking to all you guys. But seriously, this was just super humbling and I really appreciate it. And now that that's out of the way, let's get into this video. So I wanted to make this video because it's something that really helps me personally have more fun playing RuneScape, which is setting goals for myself. Now we all know that PVM is a huge part of RuneScape 3, so I decided to come up with a list of some PVM goals that you can strive for to not only give you a long grind to go for and give you something interesting to do, but also things that will really benefit you and your account as well. Now these aren't in any particular order, and some of these goals are very hard and some are much more easy. You don't need to do all these, but they will benefit you in some way and they will give you kind of something to go for. Whenever I would get bored with RuneScape, it was usually because I didn't have a real goal to go for and wasn't really sure what to do in the game, kind of just sitting there wondering what I should do now. And I'm sure a lot of you are maybe in a similar situation. So hopefully I can keep a few of you from burning out from the game and teach you about some really beneficial unlocks. So let's get into the different goals. And of course, if you like content like this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another video, and liking the video helps get this out to way more people, so I'd really appreciate it, and thank you so much for the support. So our first goal we're going to talk about is the PVM Hub. Now this is a very good goal to go for because the PVM Hub, otherwise known as War's Retreat, is basically the hub to all things PVM that you can upgrade and make even more useful to yourself. Now it's super beneficial to have everything unlocked in there, and it's going to help you PVM way better. So War's Retreat is unlocked at level 60 combat, or if you have 1000 total level. This hub has a ton of stuff, but most notably there are some upgrades you can buy with Marks of War or unlocked from killing bosses. You can also unlock things by getting a certain amount of boss kills. So the main things that are really going to benefit you are the Altar of War, which is the crystal that is right next to the bank. This will refresh your summoning points and your prayer points, and you need 200 boss kills to unlock this. However, if you also have 500 boss kills, you can get the Altar of War to have the ability to refresh ability cooldowns, which is super nice if you have longer abilities that need to be cooled down after a boss kill, so you don't have to wait as long. And of course, this is right next to a bank, so it's something that you teleport to War's Retreat, you go to the bank, you take out your preset, and then you go pray at the altar. It's a very simple thing to do that makes things a lot nicer. So next we're going to talk about the adrenaline crystals in the PVM Hub, which is probably the most important upgrade that you can actually get here. You can get these unlocked with 1000 boss kills, and these let you channel adrenaline right before you go into your boss portal to fight a boss, so you'll always have full adrenaline when starting a boss kill. And for 2000 boss kills, kills, you can also give the adrenaline crystal the ability to refresh your adrenaline potion cooldown, which again is really nice if your potion is not usually cooled down or you're going in and leaving a boss a lot. You can also upgrade the bonfire in the PVM hub with Marks of War, all the way from an oak bonfire to an elder bonfire, which will give you the highest and longest bonfire health boost possible, which is a must-have to use before bossing. And then of course there's the boss portals that you can attune to whatever boss you want, and having all these things unlock makes this a great place to just PVM to come whenever you go to any boss. You know, you bonfire, you use the adrenaline crystals, you go through your boss portal, and it makes it a nice central place to come. This is a great place to strive for to get everything unlocked. Like I said, it's the central point for all PVM. So the next goal we're going to talk about is much harder, and I personally have not even achieved this yet myself, but it's next on my list to achieve, and that is the Igenous Kal-Zuk, which is a high-level hybrid cape unlocked after completing Hard Mode Zuk Flawless Kill. It is the strongest cape possible in Runescape. Basically, to get this cape, you'll need to first get all the capes from the Fight Kiln. Then you'll need to go and get the stones from Normal Mode Zuk to upgrade those Fight Kiln capes. Then finally, after all this, you'll need to do a flawless run of Hard Mode Zuk to get this cape unlock. Now, this cape provides you the passive ability enhancers of all the other 3 capes, but it also gives you a plus 43 style bonus to every style, making it the best in slot cape in RuneScape. So if you're looking for a big time endgame goal, capes have always been sort of a big achievement in RuneScape, whether it's the max cape, the completionist cape, or the fire cape back in the day, and now this cape is what you're going to want to aim for. So while it is a very tough challenge, you'll gain a ton of skill going for this, and even if you don't complete the hard mode cape right away, getting the normal capes is still really beneficial, and it's a step to getting the hard mode cape eventually. So it's going to be a very satisfying goal to complete and a really nice moment once you finally unlock it, and it should be your best in slot cape for years to come. Again, this is a really tough goal, and if you're struggling with this, I will link some guides below. I know Wazware has a really good guide on this, so I'll leave that below, a hard mode Zuk guide. But yeah, I have not been able to do it yet. I have attempted hard mode Zuk a few times and I end up dying, but I know it's something that I kind of just have to commit to the grind, commit to knowing I'm gonna die, and then eventually I will get it, and I trust that you guys can do this as well. So after this, the next goal we have is the Reaper Crew achievement. This is another tough goal to go for, but it's one that will have you learning new things and getting better at PVM, and it will really help you get out of your comfort zone and try bosses that you're not really used to. While this is more of a long-term goal, it's something that really gives a nice buff, and it's very good to aim for. Now, the Reaper Crew achievement is unlocked after defeating every boss in RuneScape at least once. This does require you to kill group bosses like AODs, Solok, and things like that, so I know this may take a lot of you very far out of your comfort zone, but you only need 1 kill, and I have full faith that you can do it. So after you defeat every boss in the game, you get a passive buff that you will always have with you. This buff is a +2 prayer bonus, +20 to armor, +200 to life points, +12 melee damage bonus, +12 range damage bonus, and +12 magic damage bonus. So a really good assortment of different buffs that you'll have passively added to your character forever. Again, this goal is hard, but start by knocking out the easier bosses and then maybe progressively try to learn the harder ones. This isn't something that you're probably gonna unlock in a day. Maybe strive to unlock 1 new boss off this list every few days and make it more of a long-term thing in your head that you're always trying to aim to knock some bosses off of. So the next goal is an unlock, but also more of a commitment, and that's using a Ripper Demon. Now, to actually use a Ripper Demon familiar, you will need level 96 summoning, and the Ripper Demon familiar with Death from Above scrolls will dramatically increase your damage at bosses. It also gives a passive buff that increases your damage by 0 to 5%, scaling with the target's lost life points. Now, this is the strongest familiar in the game, and it's gonna raise your kill speed so much during PVM. Now, the commitment to this is not as much of buying the pouch, as it's like 100k, and of course you'll need that summoning level, but committing to using this and learning how to boss with the Ripper Demon is one of the best goals, but probably a very hard goal that you can set for yourself. Now, by using a Ripper Demon, you won't have a familiar filled with food, meaning you won't have a lifeline or a crutch that you can fall back on. For a lot of people, including myself, this was very scary when doing for the first time. I was so used to having a full pack yak with food that I could pull food out of if I ever ran out of any in my inventory or ate too much food. But it also made it so I was eating way more food than I actually needed to when PVMing. Starting to use a Ripper Demon is similar to taking training wheels off of a bike. It was scary at first, but once you do it, you'll never go back. It teaches you not only how to preserve food, but how to soul split more often, how to adapt to PVM using defensives to stay alive, and not rely on a pack yak full of food. This is by far the biggest thing I think I did during my PVM journey, and it's probably one of the main things that made me a much better PVMer today than I was 1 year ago. This is mainly because it forced me to adapt and learn how to properly soul split, flick, DPS, and preserve health and food. This is a really scary thing to learn, but I promise you trying this at bosses that you're comfortable with first, and then moving up to trying to use it at the higher tier bosses, is gonna be well worth it, and it's a goal that is probably more beneficial than any that I've listed so far. So the next goal is a goal that's more GP oriented than the other goals, and it's gonna be one that will actually cost you a bit of money to unlock, but one that will be really beneficial to you. And that goal is unlocking Tier 99 Prayers. Now, Tier 99 Prayers are unlocked by using a Praisal Codex, which costs around 800 million GP. With one codex, you can unlock either range, magic, or melee Tier 99 prayer, which will boost that specific level by 12, damage by 12%, and also defense level by 12%. Now, these prayers are a core upgrade to get for you and your account, and something that is really going to help make PVM a lot smoother for you. Of course, you don't need to unlock all of these prayers right away, and the way that I personally recommend that you do it is to unlock the Tier 99 prayer for the style that you use the most. So if you're someone like me who ranges primarily and has mostly range gear, then unlocking the Desolation prayer is going to really benefit you. I didn't want a lot of these goals to be GP oriented because that's just basically something you need to save up money for, but I thought this was a good one to put in there for GP. So most of these things on this list are going to be things you can strive to unlock with either skill, time, effort, but I thought the Tier 99 prayer was a great candidate for a goal that you can purchase. So finally, for the last goal on this list, we have the Disruption Shield spell. This is a lunar spell that's unlocked at the Livid Farm minigame. Now, it costs 290,000 produce points to unlock, and basically, when struck, the player will be protected by a Disruption Shield, blocking all damage. It requires level 90 magic to use and has a 1-minute cooldown, which is a passive way to slowly get enough points to unlock Disruption Shield without actually having to play the minigame itself. It costs 10 body runes, 3 astral runes, and 3 blood runes to cast this spell, and it does not work on typeless attacks like Nex's Ice Prison or instant kill attacks like Telos's instant kill. Now, it does block attacks like the So Much Power at Telos, basically making it a free block of almost any hit every minute, which is extremely powerful for saving food, preserving your health, and getting through those tough boss fights. Now, I know this can be really annoying to unlock because you need to either play Livid Farm or save up points passively, but this spell is well worth it, and it's a super good goal to set for yourself for obtaining either passively or actively. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone who watched this video. If you have any questions about any of these items or unlocks or goals, I will leave a link in the description to all of these things so you can look at more information, but you can also ask me in the comments and I'll make sure to respond as well. If you enjoyed this video, again, make sure to give it a like, and if you haven't haven't subscribed, consider subscribing so you get all my videos straight to your inbox. But yeah, thank you all for watching so much. Thank you so much for the golden gnome. I really can't believe it. It's honestly, I'm still in disbelief, but yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video.